much to Northwest Cooperative Development for this wonderful event and for inviting me to be here today and to share in this this celebration. And I think it's really important to, in times that we live in, to take time to celebrate what's going right, what's going well. While I was sitting down to think about remarks to make today, the line came to me. We live in beautiful times, and it's like usually I'm thinking we live in trying times, we live in difficult times, we live in dangerous times, but when I was thinking about this event, it was we live in beautiful times, and it reminded me of something. One of my someone who inspires me. She's a visionary and a writer and a healer, Adrienne Marie Brown. She says, "Things are not getting worse, they're getting uncovered. We must hold each other tight and continue to pull back the veil." So indeed, we do live in beautiful times precisely because more and more of us are becoming aware every day about that the operating system that we're working in, the economic system, the social system is dangerous, it's harmful, and that we can do something about it. In fact, we have to, because if not us, then who? And that's why I'm so pleased to be here today. The cooperatives, the co-ops that we have in Olympia are making Olympia a better place, and it's so inspiring to know that this is really a stronghold actually in the United States for the cooperative movement. What I understand from the folks at MWCDC is we may be the most cooperatives per capita in the entire United States, which is pretty exciting. So give Olympia a round of applause. And so I'm just really here to express appreciation for the folks doing that work. When the context that a lot of people are used to in a workplace is there is a boss and you are kind of told what to do and when to be where and what you're going to be doing for those hours. And I know that it is so much work for the folks that choose to endeavor to do something a different way. I'm thinking of, especially as a former professional caregiver myself, the folks over at Capital Home Care Cooperative who are not only doing the hard work and important work of caregiving, but of self-organization to make sure that they're working for themselves while they're working for their clients. And so many other examples that I know are coming up to become cooperatives and part of this alternative. Oh, my mom just got here. Thanks, family, for coming out, and Maggie. I guess I want to part with a bit of a vision to offer. Not a hard and fast plan, but perhaps a vision. And I call it beauty from the rubble, because I think it's important right now to acknowledge that things are hard out there. It is hard. The inequity, the poverty, the environmental destruction, it is tough right now. But we need to create beauty from that situation, right? And I think of the quote, it's attributed to Einstein. I don't actually know if it's Einstein, but no problem can be solved by the same level of consciousness that created it. And that's what I think is so powerful about the cooperative movement. We're changing consciousness about what work can be. We're changing consciousness about how our social relations can be, how we can use our work and our social capital to make better communities, to make safer communities, to make cleaner communities, and make a better world. So, beauty from the rubble. I think of it kind of like thinking about the caterpillar in a cocoon, right? When a caterpillar enters the cocoon, it completely disintegrates. And I think there can argument to be made. You look at communities, even our community, and it can feel like it's disintegrating. There's so much poverty, there's so many problems. And that's so scary, but when you think about it, like the caterpillar in the cocoon, that's actually that goop. That's where the potential is. That's where the imaginal cells start to rise up. And they kind of get beat down by the system, but they persist, they find each other, they network, cooperate, and start to build the new system. And I think that's really a metaphor for what's going on here, right here in Olympia's heart of the cooperative movement. I have a lot of hope, and it's just so inspiring to see the work of folks that are in cooperatives, that are part of the movement, that are making cooperatives possible. Resident-owned communities, how about those of us who are renters or owners actually owning the communities that we live in? There's a great project going on with mobile home communities right now, but I can see that going so many more places. So there is hope, and I'm just thank you for being a part of it, and thank you for having me here today. Bless.